no idea how long I've wanted to be on this red dot with you. Woo! This is a mountaintop moment. And I am feeling the joy. And it's easy, right? It's natural to feel joy in our mountaintop moments. It can be a little more challenging in the valleys of life. And so I want to ask you a question. Do you know how to choose joy then when life sucks? We see it everywhere, right? Choose joy. If only it were that easy. And yet there are steps, there are things we can do. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it starts with another question. And this is the one that gets us into the most trouble. Do you believe that it's possible? Like, if you're going to eat a piece of pizza, do you believe that it's possible that that thing will fill you up and taste good? If you don't believe that it's going to do something for you, there's no point in eating it at all. Joy is very much the same way. You have to believe that it's possible and that you deserve it. So we're going to start right there. Why are we going there? Because I'm a joy coach and I want you to have what I believe you deserve to have. And the easiest way to do it, I have a very scientific, very highfalutin academic method, and it goes like this. When you are struggling to find joy, when you don't know if you believe that you deserve it or that it's possible, it's all about self-talk. And your job is to take one look in the mirror and really frame it up and say this phrase. Hey, good looking, you deserve joy. Your turn, ready? Say it with me. Hey, good looking, you deserve joy. That's right. Does it feel better? You might have to practice it a little bit. Okay, a lot. Do it. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're worth it. Whatever it takes. Continue to say that until you mean it. We are so good about encouraging other people to have joy. We struggle to find it for ourselves because so often what we settle for is happiness. Our culture tells us to go after happiness. Well, I'm here to tell you, I love you too much to leave you there. You deserve more. Joy is different than happiness because it's lasting. It's richer. It's deeper. You can cultivate it. It's like an inner effervescence for life itself. Happiness is cool. It makes me feel really great, but when the circumstances that caused it go away, what happens to my happiness? There it goes. You deserve joy. Do not settle for happiness. Do not settle. Now, the best way to just really dig deep is to think about what are the things that just make you feel most alive? What are the things that you can rely on even when life sucks? Even when you get a diagnosis that you didn't want, when you find out that your spouse is going to file for divorce, what are the things you can still rely on? What are the things that bring actual joy to you? My thought is, if you know what those things are before life sucks, you can turn to them and let them work for you. So put together a list, a joy bucket list of sorts. I have a few ideas of what might go into your joy bucket. Everybody's is different, but maybe relationships. You might really just come to life with certain people more than anyone else. Make time for those people. Put that on your joy bucket list. Or what about digging into nature, like just really getting lost in the wonder of the colors in the sky over the water, the purples and the pinks and the oranges. The joy. Or what about digging into purpose? A pandemic can roll through and your purpose isn't going anywhere. That is something that just feels amazing. When you know that you're living out your calling, it will fill you up with joy. And the whole idea here is for your joy to overflow. We need it. The world around you needs it desperately. And don't worry about giving it away and not having it, because it's like a fish and loaves kind of thing. It's going to multiply. Fill it up, overflow, and share it with the world in need, because the truth is life's not perfect for any of us. Not for any of us. It doesn't matter what you see on social media. I don't care how wonderful those vacation photos are. You can bet that every human that crosses your path has a story. and I am living proof. Here I am, traveling all around the place, speaking about joy, helping audiences of depleted givers have joy, writing about it, coaching about it, all the while privately hiding so much pain from the world. My life was in a very sucky place just a few years ago. Within a short period of time, I was dealing with a chronic pain condition. If you've had chronic pain, you know how that can suck joy right out of life. I tried 26 distinct treatments to get rid of that. I had a head injury from a ski trip with my family. It took 21 times longer to heal than the doctors said it would. Joy was really challenging. I had to apply all of my same advice back into my own life. And at the same time, I had a gut health condition. And they put me on this detox cleanse, you guys. It was so strong. I was legitimately psychotic and suicidal at the same time. And I had to give up so many of my favorite foods. I had to give up macaroni and cheese. I mean, if you're talking about robbing life of joy, you pull out the mac and cheese, it's all over, right? But at the same time, I was in treatment for something that took place many years earlier. And when I got the call about coming here today to have this time with you, I knew that that was the story that I needed to share. And it's not fun, and it's not pretty. In fact, it's downright messy. But because joy was found in it, I hope that you feel hope as I share this story with you. This story took place in another century, back in the land of mall bangs and mullets, and this was the one that I was rocking in 8th grade. That is a huge mullet, oh my gosh. And I was a cheerleader, not a big shock probably, and loved it. And I was hanging out after school one day with my girlfriends, and we were in a kind of isolated part of the building, and we were just being girls. And a group of boys just came running at us, full force like boys do. And these were boys we had known our whole life. I mean, our town has one flashing yellow light. And so we knew them, and we took off running. We grabbed our bags. We were out of there. And my friends ran really fast. And I was traumatized that day. And I will not go into detail with great respect to anyone who has experienced trauma, but I will say that with a power that was not my own, I got the hell out of there, unharmed physically. But the emotional pain stuck around for years. And I hid that. I buried it deep. Had to go to school every day, pretending life was fine. Life was joyful. And way later, as a young mom, I started having nightmares. And it was like this constant man in my room that I was afraid of at night, and I didn't know if I was safe, and I didn't know if it was real, and I'd flip the lights on, and I'd shake and scream, and people would hear it on the other side of the house. And eventually, I got help, because I might be the only joy coach you've ever met with PTSD. And I got therapy in the form of EMDR, that stands for eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. If you have experienced trauma of any kind, look it up. This helped me to heal. But healing and joy came from somewhere else. Healing and joy came from my faith. Because I grew up knowing that I was loved and cherished and protected and worthy. I was a child of the King, and I did not deserve that. And here's a fun fact. This is where the joy comes in. My attackers were in that same category. Loved, cherished, protected, didn't deserve pain. And you know what? We all need forgiveness. And when I knew that it was time to forgive my attackers, it wasn't something I had to do. It was something I wanted to do. I was excited about it. And in a moment of prayer, after 21 years of night terrors from one event. I let it go. And you guys, I felt joy like I had never known. I didn't know what I was missing. And this is what I want for you to have. So, if you're going to dig in and your life sucks too, think about what joy is. Don't settle for happiness. Make sure that you know that you deserve it. Think about the things that fill you up. And don't forget about the power of forgiveness. There's joy in it, my friends. There's joy in it. And we are going to celebrate. When you get to that point and you have forgiven somebody or yourself, we will celebrate the joy that you find. In fact, we're going to celebrate right now. We have a little party for you. So what I want you to do is hop up on your feet. Everybody get up. You've been sitting down all day long. Let's go. You thought that you were here for TEDxDetroit. You're actually here for the TEDxDetroit 15th anniversary cheer team tryouts, my friends. That's right. So you can put your hands on your hips and be sassy or strong. And I want you to repeat after me. Give me a T. T. Give me an E. T. Give me a D. T. Give me an X Detroit. What you got? One more time. Hit your knees. Good. TEDxDetroit. You made the squad. Go and choose joy when life sucks. Thank you so much.